Help me reach 3,000 subscribers. Hit like and leave a comment. I really do read them all. I'm at the kitchen table, the one we got at IKEA when we thought picking furniture was a personality trait. My coffee's cold, the mug's chipped, and the air smells like burnt toast from Sarah's sloppy breakfast attempt. It's Saturday, and I'm trying to pull us out of this rut we've been in for months. I suggest a drive to the Poconos, maybe hike a trail, get some air. We haven't done anything real together since her last girls' weekend took over. Sarah's by the sink, glued to her phone, her back to me like I'm not even here. Sounds like too much work, she says, not looking up. I've got plans. Plans. I lean back, crossing my arms. What? Another wine night with your book club? Or that yoga retreat you keep mentioning but never book? She turns, her lips curling into that smug half-smile she uses to make me feel like I'm pitching a bad idea. Maybe I just don't want to spend my weekend trudging through the woods. You ever think I might need a break from your plans, Dan? The jab's sharp, subtle, like a paper cut you don't notice until it stings. It's not about the Poconos. It's about her shutting me down. I keep my voice steady. Sarah, we haven't done anything together in months. I'm trying here. Meet me halfway. She sets her phone down, crosses her arms, leans against the counter. Trying? You call dragging me to a mountain trying? You're doing what you want. When do I get a say? I feel the ground shift. This isn't a conversation. It's her drawing a line, daring me to cross it. All right, I say, standing up. You want your space? You got it. I grab my keys from the counter. Where are you going? She snaps, her voice edged with irritation, like I'm breaking some rule she never explained. Out, I say, not turning around. I'll find my own fun. The door clicks shut, and I'm in my truck, cruising through our suburban Philly neighborhood, past the cookie-cutter lawns and mailboxes. I'm not mad yet, just awake. Sarah's been pulling this for a while, little dismissals, jabs, testing how far she can push. I've been patient, thinking it's her job, stress, maybe a phase. But that look in her eyes, that was calculated. She wanted me to feel small. If I'd known how much worse this was going to get, I'd have started packing right then. I thought it was just a bad morning. I had no idea it was the start of a war. I pull into a diner lot, one of those old joints with a flickering neon sign and waitresses who've heard every story. I need coffee that doesn't taste like regret and a minute to think. I slide into a booth, and a waitress named Linda, her name tag's peeling, drops a menu in front of me. Rough morning, hon? She asks, pouring coffee. You could say that. I reply, stirring in sugar. Wife's acting like I'm her assistant and she's running the show. Linda chuckles, leaning on the counter. Sounds like my ex thought he could schedule my life like I was his secretary. Tried to tell me when I could see my own friends. I raise an eyebrow. How'd you deal with it? Stopped playing his game, she says, wiping her hands on her apron. Told him to plan his own dinners. Took back my weekends. You let her set the rules, you're done. Want eggs with that coffee? I laugh, despite the knot in my gut. Yeah, scrambled. Keep the advice coming. She leans in, voice low. Women like that thrive on control. You keep jumping when she snaps, she'll keep snapping. Take your time, your space, whatever. Just don't let her think she owns you. I nod, sipping the coffee. She's right. Sarah's been calling the shots. When we talk, when we don't. What's worth her time? I'm done waiting for her to play fair. So, what did your ex do when you pushed back? I ask. Linda smirks. Threw a fit, then got over it. But by then, I was already out the door. You gotta move first, hon. Don't wait for her to escalate. Thanks, Linda, I say as she drops off my eggs. You're a sage. Don't be stingy with the tip. She winks, heading back to the counter. I pull out my phone and text Mike, my buddy from college. You free today? Need to clear my head. Driving range? His reply's instant. 2 p.m. Don't bring your wife's nonsense. I smirk. Step 1. I'm not chasing her approval anymore. If she wants space, I'm taking it first. Back home, Sarah's on the couch, laptop open, probably buying stuff she doesn't need. She doesn't look up as I grab my golf clubs from the garage. Where are you off to now? She asks, her tone sharp, like I'm sneaking out. Driving range with Mike. I say, slinging the bag over my shoulder. You wanted your weekend. I'm taking mine. She sits up, eyes narrowing. So that's it. You just do whatever you want now. I pause in the doorway, looking her dead in the eye. Pretty much. You set the tone, Sarah. I'm just matching it. Her mouth opens, then closes. You're being childish, she says, voice tight. Call it what you want, I reply. I'm done waiting for your permission. She scoffs. You think this is cute? Running off because I won't hike with you? Nah, I say, stepping out. It's me deciding what I do with my time. Enjoy your plans. I'm gone before she can twist it around. That's my first move, taking my time back. No begging, no arguments. Just action. Monday morning, I'm at my desk in our small accounting firm downtown. Spreadsheets are piled up, my coffee's lukewarm, and my coworker Jen pops her head over the cubicle wall. She's in her 50s, sharp-tongued, and doesn't suffer fools. You look like you got run over, Dan. What's the deal? Home drama, I say, rubbing my eyes. Sarah's on a mission to make me feel like I work for her. Jen snorts, leaning against the partition. Sounds like my ex-sister-in-law. Had my brother jumping through hoops till he grew a spine. You on a leash yet? Trying to be, I say, tossing a pin onto the desk. But I'm cutting it. She raises an eyebrow. Good. But you're still here looking miserable. What's she doing exactly? I lean back, folding my arms. Little things. Shuts down my plans. Acts like I'm a burden for wanting to spend time together. Yesterday, she said she's got plans and I'm supposed to just eat it. Jen laughs, sharp and loud. Classic. Keep you guessing. Make you feel like you're asking too much. You letting her get away with it? Not anymore, I say. I'm done chasing her approval. She nods, but her eyes narrow. Words are cheap, Dan. You say you're done, but you're still stewing. What's your move? You gonna keep playing nice, hoping she comes around? No, I say, voice firm. I'm taking back my time. She wants to run the show. She can do it without me. Jen grins, leaning closer. That's the spirit. But she'll push harder when she sees you pulling away. Don't let her guilt you back in. My phone buzzes. It's Sarah, texting, dinner at the Carters tonight. 7 p.m. Be there. I stare at the message. The Carters are her crowd, her stage to play perfect wife while slipping in digs about me. Last time, she joked about my boring job, and everyone laughed while I sat there like a prop. Not this time. I text back, got plans. Can't make it. Her reply's instant. What plans? You didn't mention anything. I don't answer. Instead, I call Mike and set up drinks at O'Malley's near the office. No explanations, no second ask. That evening, I'm at O'Malley's with Mike, my contractor buddy from Penn State. He's loud, loyal, and doesn't take nonsense. We're on our second IPA when my phone rings. Sarah, on speaker because I'm holding a beer and a burger. I answer, knowing Mike's listening. Dan, where are you? Sarah's voice is tight, controlled. You're supposed to be at the Carters. I take a sip, keeping my tone even. I told you I've got plans. Plans? She snaps. You didn't say anything about plans. I'm sitting here looking like an idiot. You're at the Carters, I say. You don't need me to play your part. Mike snorts, loud enough for her to hear. I hear voices in the background, probably Lisa and Greg Carter. Dan, this is embarrassing, Sarah says. Everyone's asking where you are. Then tell them I'm busy. I say. I'm not your prop, Sarah. You wanted to go, you're there. Handle it. Lisa's voice cuts in, faint but clear. Everything okay, Sarah? Sarah hesitates. It's fine, she says, her voice forced. Dan's just being difficult. Difficult? I laugh, short and sharp. Nah, I'm just living my life. Enjoy your dinner. I hang up before she can respond. Mike's grinning, shaking his head. Man, you're cold. She's gonna lose it. Let her, I say. She doesn't get to dictate my nights anymore. He clinks his bottle against mine. About time. What's she doing, anyway? Trying to run your whole life. Pretty much, I say. Thinks she can set my schedule, my budget, everything. I'm done playing along. Mike leans in, serious now. She's gonna try to guilt you back. Don't fall for it. What's your next move? I pull up my calendar and block off the next 2 weekends. Golf, a solo hike, maybe a trip to see my brother, Mark, in Jersey. This, I say, showing him. She doesn't get to call the shots anymore. Mike nods. Solid. Just don't let her flip it like you're the bad guy. I order another round, feeling the weight lift. That's my second move, locking down my schedule, with witnesses to my boundary. Sarah's not running this show. I get home late, and Sarah's waiting in the living room, arms crossed, her face a mask of calm fury. You stood me up, she says, voice low. The Carters asked where you were. I had to make excuses. I dropped my keys on the counter. You didn't need me to play perfect wife. You had it handled. Her eyes flash. You're my husband, Dan. You're supposed to show up. Supposed to. I stepped closer, tone even. I'm not your accessory, Sarah. You want a sidekick? Find someone else. She flinches, barely. You're being ridiculous, she says, turning away. This is about respect. Exactly, I shoot back. And I'm done waiting for you to show me any. I head upstairs, leaving her standing there. No yelling, no scene, just a line drawn. She's not used to me pushing back, and it's throwing her off. Good. A week later, we're at a neighborhood barbecue, one of those suburban rituals where everyone fakes being best friends. Kids are running around, burgers sizzling, and Sarah's in her element, laughing with her book club crew. I'm by the grill, talking to our neighbor Tom, a retired cop with a dry sense of humor. Sarah calls me over, voice sugary but sharp. Dan, can you grab the potato salad from the car? I forgot it. I glance at her, then at her audience, 3 women from her book club, watching like it's a test. She's seeing if I'll jump in front of them. I set my beer down, slow and deliberate. You forgot it, you grab it. I say, loud enough for everyone to hear. I'm not your errand boy, Sarah. The backyard goes quiet for a second. Sarah's smile freezes, but she recovers, laughing like it's a joke. Oh, come on. Dan, don't be like that. I'm not. I say, holding her gaze. You've got a key. Car's right there. Tom coughs into his beer, hiding a grin. Karen, the loud book club lady, pipes up. Wow, Sarah, you've got him trained, huh? Sarah's smile tightens. He's just in a mood. He'll get over it. Nah, Karen, I say, crossing my arms. I'm just done running errands for someone who doesn't say please. Tom laughs outright, slapping the table. Ouch, Sarah. My wife tried that once. Didn't end well for her. Sarah shoots him a look, then brushes past me toward the car. Fine, she mutters, voice clipped. The air's thick, and I feel the shift. She's not in control. The neighbors saw it, her friends saw it, and she felt it. Tom leans in as she walks away. Bold move, Dan. She's gonna make you pay. Let her try. I say, picking up my beer. I'm done dancing to her tune. A few days later, I'm at an HOA meeting in the community center, a stuffy room with folding chairs and bad coffee. Sarah's there, schmoozing with the board, playing her perfect neighbor role. I'm there because I pay the dues, not because I care about mailbox regulations. Tom's in the back, scrolling his phone, and a neighbor, Ellen, is taking notes like it's her job. Sarah stands up during the open floor, her voice all business. Dan, can you follow up with the landscaping company? They're slacking on the lawn maintenance again. All eyes turn to me. It's another test, this time in front of the neighborhood. I lean back in my chair, calm. If it's your issue, Sarah, you handle it. I'm not your secretary. She blinks, caught off guard. It's for the house, Dan. We both live there. Then we both have phones. I say, your plans, your problem. Ellen looks up from her notes, eyebrows raised. Tom snickers, not even hiding it. He's got a point, Sarah, Tom says. You've been on the HOA board longer than him. Sarah's smile is tight. I'm just trying to keep things organized. And I'm just keeping my schedule clear. I say, standing up. Anything else? She hesitates, then sits down. No, forget it. Ellen leans over, whispering to another neighbor, and the room shifts back to the agenda. That's my third move, a public boundary, calm and clear. Sarah's not delegating her chores to me anymore. The next evening, I'm at a work happy hour at a bar downtown, a rare outing with the accounting team. Jen's there, along with Chris, a junior analyst with too much energy. Sarah wanted to come, but I told her it's work only. She didn't like it, but I didn't ask twice. We're at a high-top table when my phone buzzes. Sarah, texting. I'm nearby. Can I join you? I show the text to Jen, who rolls her eyes. She's relentless, Jen says. You letting her crash? Nope. I say, texting back. Work event. Not a +1 thing. Sarah calls immediately. I put it on speaker, keeping my voice low. Dan, I'm 5 minutes away, she says. It's not a big deal. It is, I say. This is work. You're not invited. Jen smirks, sipping her drink. Tell her, Dan. Sarah's voice tightens. You're making this weird. I just want to hang out. Then hang out with your friends. I say. I'm with my team. That's the rule. Chris leans in, grinning. Damn, man, you're laying down the law. Language, kid. Jen snaps, but she's laughing. Dan's got this. Sarah pauses, then tries again. You're embarrassing me, Dan. No, I say. You're embarrassing yourself. I'm busy. Good night. I hang up. Jen raises her glass. That's how you do it. She's gonna hate that. Let her, I say. I'm not her plus one anymore. Chris whistles. Respect, man. You're playing hardball. I show them my calendar. 2 weekends blocked off. No Sarah. She doesn't get to dictate my time. I say. Not anymore. That's my fourth move. A preemptive strike, setting a work-only boundary in front of witnesses. I'm not reacting. I'm setting the pace. It's a month later, and the house feels like a chessboard. Sarah's doubled down, her jabs sharper, her control tighter. She started hitting me with comments about money, how I don't provide enough for her lifestyle, even though we've always split bills evenly. It's calculated. She knows money's a sore spot. We're at a coffee shop on a Sunday morning, one of those trendy spots with overpriced lattes and baristas who look like they're in a band. Sarah's across from me, sipping some frothy drink with a stupid name. I'm nursing a black coffee, trying to keep things civil. An older guy at the counter, probably in his 60s, keeps glancing our way, like he's eavesdropping. I was thinking about that spa weekend with the girls, Sarah says, casual. It's not cheap, but you're okay with it, right? I set my cup down. Not cheap? You mean a fortune for a weekend? You serious? She shrugs, that half smile creeping in. You always say we should treat ourselves. I'm just following your advice. I laugh, short and sharp. My advice was to take a walk, not a spa day. You want it, pay for it. Her smile fades, and she leans forward, voice low. You're so stingy, Dan. It's embarrassing. You want me to beg? No. I say, matching her tone. I want you to stop acting like my wallet's your piggy bank. She leans back, crossing her arms. You know, my desires depend on how generous you are with my wants. The words hit like a brick. This is it, the line she's been building to. I lean forward, keeping my voice steady. Let's be clear, Sarah. My time, my resources, they're mine. You want something, you earn it. That's the new rule. Her eyes narrow. What's that supposed to mean? It means I'm done bankrolling your whims. I say. You want to play transaction, I'm out. She scoffs. You're blowing this out of proportion. It's just a weekend. No, I say. It's you thinking you can control me with ultimatums. Not happening. The old guy at the counter coughs, muttering to the barista, who glances our way. Sarah notices, her face tightening. You're making a scene, she hisses. No, I say, standing and tossing a 10 on the table. You did that yourself. I walk out, the bell jingling. The old guy gives a small nod, like he's seen this before. That's my fifth move, walking away from her game, with a clear rule set. Later that week, I'm in the living room, going through our shared accounts on my laptop. Sarah's on the couch, scrolling her phone. I've been thinking about her money comments, and I'm done letting her blur the lines. It's time for another move. Sarah, I say, closing my laptop. We need to talk. She looks up, wary. About what? Our finances, I say. From now on, we're splitting everything clean. Separate wallets, separate priorities. You want something, you cover it. She sits up, frowning. What are you talking about? We've always shared. No, I say. You've been treating my share like it's yours. That stops now. She laughs, sharp. You're being petty. This is about the spa, isn't it? It's about respect, I say. You don't get to decide how I spend my money or my time. That's the deal. She leans forward, voice low. You're making this harder than it needs to be. No, I say. You made it hard. I'm just making it clear. She tries again. We're a team, Dan. This is how marriage works. Not this marriage, I say. You want a team? Act like one. Until then, we're separate. I stand, heading to the garage. She's still talking, but I'm done listening. That's my sixth move. Financial transparency, setting clear boundaries on resources and time. The next morning, I'm at Mark's place in Jersey, sitting in his living room with a coffee. He's across from me, his lawyer brain in gear. So, you're really doing this, he says. Walking out. No second chances. Nope, I say. She crossed a line. Said her desires depend on my wallet. That's not a marriage, it's a transaction. Mark shakes his head, smirking. You put up with her longer than I would have. I told you 2 years ago she was playing you. Yeah, I say, staring at my mug. I thought I could fix it. Thought patience would bring her around. But it's just her controlling everything. My time, my money, my life. He leans forward, serious. You're not wrong to walk. But she'll try to pull you back. Guilt, tears, whatever. You ready? I'm done talking, I say. I told her once. No second ask. Mark grins, raising his coffee. That's my brother. Clean break, no mess. You need anything? Place to stay? Legal stuff? Just say it. Thanks, I say. I'm packing today. Moving out before she can spin it. Back at the house, I'm packing a bag in the bedroom. Sarah's at work, giving me time to move without a fight. I'm taking clothes, my laptop, a few books. The rest can stay. I'm not here to haggle over furniture. Sarah gets home early, catching me in the living room, my bag by the door. She stops short, eyes flicking from the bag to me. What's this? I'm leaving, I say, standing. This isn't a marriage anymore. It's a power trip, and I'm not your pawn. Her face twists, not sadness, but panic. She steps closer, voice soft, trying the old trick. Dan, we can talk about this. You don't need to do this. I hold up a hand. I said it once. I'm not saying it again. You wanted control, you got it. Enjoy it. She switches tactics, voice sharper. You're just walking away? After everything we've built. Built. I laugh. You built a cage, Sarah? I'm stepping out. She steps closer, eyes flashing. You're being selfish. What about us? Our life. There is no us, I say. You made that clear when you turned this into a transaction. She grabs my arm. Dan, stop. We can fix this. Just sit down. I pull away, calm but firm. No, you don't get to call the shots anymore. She's still talking, commitment, partnership, all that noise, but I grab my bag and head for the door. You're making a mistake, she says, voice rising. The mistake was thinking you'd respect me, I say, opening the door. Outside, Tom's on his porch, watering his plants. He looks up, sensing the tension. Sarah follows me out, her voice loud now. You're really doing this? In front of everyone. I turn, facing her and Tom. Yes, Sarah. I'm doing this. I decide for myself. Period. Tom sets down his watering can, nodding. Can't argue with that, Dan. Sarah's face reddens. You're embarrassing me. No, I say, walking to my truck. You did that yourself. I drive off, her voice fading. That's my final move. Leaving on my terms, with a public boundary clear as day. 6 months later, I'm in a one-bedroom apartment in Jersey, a short drive from Mark's place. It's simple, bare walls, a second-hand couch, a coffee maker that works. I've got a routine, work, gym, weekends with Mike or Mark. I'm not lonely. I'm free. Sarah called a few times, left voicemails about working things out. I didn't respond. No second ask, no chasing. Mike's been pushing me to date, but I'm not rushing. I'm content, maybe for the first time in a decade. I heard through a mutual friend that Sarah's still in the house, posting about her best life online. But I know her. She's scrambling, trying to fill the void I left. She thought she could control me forever. She was wrong. I don't hate her. I don't miss her. I just don't care. And that's the best ending I could have asked for.